Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We are just getting started. Well, who would have thought it? Who could have thought that Scott McTominay's first venture outside Manchester would have turned out like this?
And in a city where the passion of the fans is arguably at a whole different level. There was every chance this could go horribly due to pressure.
David Villa! Sensational from David Villa!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Tigres finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And the counter is on. And here's Donatoni. And a chance! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Osimhen has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared without hesitation. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, what a ball! Distributed tidily. And that's aimed into the middle.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Played back in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now, can they get him away? It's Griezmann! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Tigres have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that could set him. Haaland! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And it's McTominay, looking to play him in. Now the cross. Bullish header! And he hits the net. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Vieira. Now it's McTominay. Now it's Haaland. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Maldini gets over and intercepts. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Space for him to turn and look. Shot goal! Goal, Milan! And they get themselves in front! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan with the lead. Maldini. Cruyff. Rijkaard gets it away. And here's Yamal. Beckenbauer is always looking to break lines. Deftly away. He'll try from distance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. McTominay making good progress. And here's Cruyff. Milan are looking to break at pace, looking for the run. Donadoni providing an outlet on that flank. He's in a good position here. Poor robust challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And he plays one through. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a sharp finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So again, we have parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Henderson makes a dash for it. Now this could be a chance. Griezmann. Oh, can he get onto this? Good ball, good take. Pirlo. And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that's a good finish. And the comeback is complete. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish. And the referee has signalled for half-time. And we are up to the break.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
È possibile seguire le notizie sul traffico.
here is the first touch of the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Beckenbauer. Pressing high and with purpose. Roberto Carlos. And it's Pirlo. Rijkaard producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Cannavaro with a definite foul there. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Always going over the top.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
He's looking wide. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. So, third corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Griezmann. Tigres are looking to go forward now. Griezmann gets a foot in here. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Keeper's got good distance on that. Tries to play it through. Might be dangerous. Chance for a shot!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he's intervened well there. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Out of play for a throw.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6, Griezmann. Numero 11, Villa. Numero 14. Lasciano il campo
Red,
per
nice
il
interception.
numero 18, il numero 20. Il
Milan
numero
may
8,
only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
And the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Towering header! Goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Takahara at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
He's having a shot! Sensational from Haaland! About as smooth as it gets. And they've got their lead back. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Tigres have their lead.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Saliba gets across to intercept that. Spread out to the left.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Roberto Carlos. Gabriel can get it clear. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Haaland. He's going for goal! And that really should have been that.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Tries to pass it through, but he's cut it out, and he's opted for the long pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rodri with the slide tackle there. Takes a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's whipped it across. Defending of the desperate variety. 5 minutes left on the clock. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Aimed beyond the defence. Maradona has the space to scheme. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Spread to the right, and he's picked it up out wide.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Board shows there will be 3 extra. He's had a shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Takahara going after that. And they've got rid. And that will be the final act. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle.
You know, for me, Peter, there's a deep-lying playmaker out there who's as good as it comes. Pep Guardiola. As composed as he is clever, he always acts as the key pivot in forming attack after attack.
Yeah, he's a bit of a manager on the pitch.
Well, astute is the word.
Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Robson, and now the breakaway. And it's Pirlo. And it's Rooney. Can he get on the end of this? Great chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Knocks it into space. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Henderson deals with that comfortably. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Donatoni. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Robson. Guardiola. Out towards the flank.
Milan really can't go...
Shapes to shoot! Long ball upfield. Guardiola. Birmingham have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Well, that's well seen too. Little pass back. Roberto Carlos. So what can they make of this? Doué. Can he get it through? Well read, and the danger is averted. And Bronkhorst gets it clear. Oh, that's fabulous. Very nicely done. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Robson. And here's Suarez. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Cross in. Guardiola can get it clear. And we have our very first corner. Milan given another corner. Milan have their second corner now. There's no sort of quality on that. And he's gone looking for safety. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now it's Doué. He's a sharp little ball. Roll! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. He leaps for it! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Rijkaard clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt. Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Donadoni. Koundé. Well, that has not gone well. And he's got away from it. And the ball's come loose here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's another good win of the ball. Robson. Rafael Varane. Could move up a gear here. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Koundé is wide and looking to get onto this. He's done well to get that clear. Looking to play him in. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Donadoni is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter.
And the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That has ended up in no man's land. Some good work on the right flank here. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Osimhen. And the shot! And a neat finish! AC Milan are all square. And a trademark move ends. And that is all they have time for. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So there was the first half.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Birmingham get the second half started. Guardiola. Now it's Luis Suarez. Threads one in. And this is Rooney. It's Rooney! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And it's been taken short. And he shoots! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And now they can spring out of defence. Tries to pass it through. It's a pretty loose pass. Van Bronckhorst is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Tries to play it through. He's in, must be! He's beaten the chance! Goal, Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Milan with the lead.
Well, they've done that.
There's the shot! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Birmingham dragged themselves back again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Oh, he's been real chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. Milan are looking to go forward now. Robson. Oh, well played, well played. Rijkaard. Koundé stands tall and stands strong. Oh, they can break here.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Cleared without hesitation. Fernando Torres. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's had a shot! Goal, Milan! And they've got their lead back. Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Milan have their lead. Defending here is really tight. And it's Rooney. Oh, cracking. Torres! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, no, what has happened here? Aims beyond the defence.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again. Terrific effort against the crossbar. And he's managed to get rid. That's tidy. Roberto Carlos. Brilliantly cut out.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now, can they get him away? Takes a shot! Goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14, numero 15, Jordan Henderson.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Numero 7.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Griezmann, il numero 4, il numero 27.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Nicely aimed pass. Osimhen, he has found the way through. Goes for a shot!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Belletti. Good read, needed to be. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Il quadro uomo indica 4
Well, there is a
minuti di
look that
recupero.
says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's got away. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. Milan have been handed a game-changing chance. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious.
Takes a shot! Off the post! Oh, that pass isn't the best. Can he finish? Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Great vision. Olise hangs one in. Oh, it's gone in!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise. Well, our first story of the day, and it's a big one. The skipper, to start by doing that, has given everyone a fright, and I think himself too.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
And he's quick to return it. Good ball, good take. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's a good ball out wide. Olise. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Played into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's picked his way through. Tries a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Tries to play it through. Oh, it shapes to shoot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a throw. Griezmann, he is through here. Oh, nice touch. Belletti has a look up and delivers. Beckenbauer tries to clear. Well, they've got it again. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. And that's really well manoeuvred. Cannavaro gets a foot in here.
Yeah, he might have been looking for a gap there, Peter, but he couldn't find it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Griezmann. Now there's a fine ball. Osimhen! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. So smooth, a signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And the shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Xavi Alonso. Griezmann. Griezmann going face-to-face with his great rival. Osimhen. Hazard. And here's Osimhen. He's having a hit! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Rijkaard. For De Bruyne. Raul. Now it's De Bruyne. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Neymar making good progress. Back would it go? And De Bruyne! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Milan have the chance to go the other way. That's a lovely, neat pass. Keeper's got good distance on that. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer. Oh, he's found support out wide. Goes for a shot! And a neat finish. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So again, we have parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
That looks a good ball through. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
So a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And this is Kaut. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Oh, good spread. Now it's Olise. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Kaut chasing after it. Nice bit of trickery. And it's Belletti. Played in. And he's taking no chances there. Now this could be a chance! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Xavi Alonso. Played through into space. Olise providing an out chance, surely! It's there! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 21. Numero 6.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
Aberdeen leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And that's going to be a booking. Belletti. Cross needs to be good. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And he's managed to get free. Well read, and the danger is averted. Nice looking ball. Now it's Osimhen.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Rijkaard. Osimhen is on... Oh, what has happened? And he shoots! And that's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Xavi Alonso. Now that looks a decent ball. Tries one from range! And that was probably asking just too much.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Jordan Henderson. Lasciano il campo per il numero 8.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
Numero 16. Attenzione, un
Front-footed
cambio.
pressing going on here. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Corner number 2 then. And that should get the job done. And this is Torres, and the shot! And he can clear it away. Neymar does really well to win the ball there. Maradona, and that could set him on his way. Maradona, good purposeful running this. Aberdeen have a free kick. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 3, cambio di giocatori.
Kukçu.
Aberdeen really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ferry did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Always onto this.
Il quarto uomo indica 4
Expertly
minuti
cut
di
out,
recupero.
really nicely done. And that is well cleared. And the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Terrific effort! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Neymar in acres of space out wide. Cannavaro attempts a clearance. Xavi Alonso. And that signals the end. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect.